Well, I wanted to film a little bit about what the barn was like from the previous video with the lime dust down. And today's project, I will be heading over to a local sawmill with a gravity wagon to get sawdust, and I will bed this 3 or 4 inches, maybe 6 inches deep, and reset up the pens for the goat kidding and the cows calving. Again, the goats won't start until right at Christmas time, and the cattle will start first week of January. Well, the sawdust is loaded, and now it's time to get it from the gravity wagon into the barn. Well, this project took me to a little after lunchtime, so I'm going to turn the camera around and show you after all the bedding's in and some of the pens set up. So there's 3 pens here, and I've got this big area in here that's now bedded down, and then I have 2 pens set up out of hog panels. And over here, which I'll use some when the kids are born to let them kind of run around, but this is one of my calving pens, and it won't be used until 1st of January. So there's a few more things to do. I have 55-gallon plastic drums that I have heat lamps mounted in the top of those, and those will be set in each pen. And when those kids are born in that cold weather, they'll have a place to get into, and then we try and wean them off of those heat lamps as soon as possible. So happy with the first part of this project that's done, and closer to getting ready for kidding and calving. Hey, good morning everyone. It is a Wednesday morning here in southern Indiana, another sunshiny day. Temperatures, I think 40 heading towards 60. One of the things in this video with my completed goat pens that were ready for calving is the fact that I was about 1 pen short of having enough sawdust. So I'm running over to a local farm store about 10 miles away to grab a few bags of shavings, and I will grab my barrels with the heated lamps and I'll set those up, and then I'll share a video of that completed project, even though those goats won't start kidding till about the week of Christmas. That's the plan today, and so I will share the activities of today with you. Thanks, everyone. Well, I wanted to share what I kept talking about those barrels that I put in the pens. So here is 4 individual pens. Each one has a 55-gallon plastic drum, and with a hole cut out for the kids. And then I pull a heat lamp up through the top. I've got a hole in the top of it, and I run my cords from there. And I only use the 125-watt bulbs. I think the 250s are just make it too hot on the inside. So these are the 4 pens that I have set up here, and I'll run an electric cord to those. And then the other 2 pens are over here in the bigger part of the barn. So I have these all set up, and again, I don't start kidding until right before Christmas, but I am certainly ahead of the game, and my last project here today would be to go ahead and run those cords. So when I'm ready to start kidding, all I got to do is plug them in. So I've had a pretty good morning. I got the shavings down in the 1 pen that I was out of sawdust. I did buy a couple extra bags of shavings so that if the pens get wet as the goats start kidding, then I can put some fresh bedding down. So that's a little bit of the morning. Hey, good morning everyone. It's a Friday morning, and it's raining here in southern Indiana. And I'm not sure that I ever really talked about, what my farm consists of, etc. So I'm going to cover that right now. I try to keep 30 to 35 mama cows, so we're mainly a cow-calf operation. Half the herd is Angus and the other half is commercial. The commercial cows I breed clubby and try and sell those, you know, as show animals. Angus, try and breed those also to a few show bulls so that we can get some that might go into show ring, but mainly, you know, a cow-calf operation. Also have about a dozen commercial boar goats. We breed those to kid toward Christmas time, 1st of January, and most of those kids end up going to 4-H kids. Any of the top end dolings that don't sell, I end up keeping those over, so that means I have to trade bucks about every 2 years to make that work. Put up about 100 acres of hay during the course of a year, and of course sometimes that's 3 cuttings, most usually it's 2 here in my part of the state, depending on how much fertilizer you put on. So that's that part of the operation. We do have some other ground that's just kind of on the shares that I run cattle on during the summer, and then I stockpile my home pasture during the summer, and those cows, when they come home from summer pasture, there's quite a bit of grass for them to have. And I think I mentioned it, but we have 79 acres of our own. That's what we have here. And you know, I think the average size herd in Indiana is about 19 cows per farm, so you can see that, you know, Indiana is a group of small cattle producers, and I consider myself small, to be honest, but with the number of cows that I have. But anyway, that's just that's what we do. That's our farm. Our farm name obviously is Fescue Farms. And I often get asked, how do you get that farm name? Well, fescue is what we have the most of. And fescue is a grass, for those of you that don't know. So that's how I got its name. It wasn't because I had a lot of money, it wasn't because I had a lot of cows, but I certainly had a lot of fescue grass. So I'm out this morning and I've put out a bale of hay for the cows in the summer pasture, still waiting on the corn to come out. And I'm on the road heading up to get a couple more bales for one group of replacement heifers that are at home. As always, we thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and share with your friends, and encourage them to hit the subscribe button as well. So again, have a great weekend, everyone.